Hello and welcome to today's 5 at 5. Thank you for joining me. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. The last time we were together, we talked about Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. And we were looking at to everything there is a season and a time for every matter or purpose under heaven. And we talked about the importance of recognizing the season we're in. I want to continue by looking at the next verses. In Ecclesiastes 3, Solomon reminds us that there is a time and a season for everything. Understanding this encourages us to seek purpose in each season of our lives, recognizing God has a plan. Do you know that God has a plan for you and he has a plan for me? And there's an intention behind every transition. So in Ecclesiastes 3, 1 and 2, it says to everything there is a season and a time for every matter or purpose under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up what is planted. Each season has its appointed time. God orchestrates the timing of events in our lives for his divine purpose. I want you to reflect on the current season you're in and ask yourself what God might be teaching you or teaching me in this time, in this season. Are there lessons in waiting? Are there lessons in working? Are there lessons in resting? Ecclesiastes 3:11 says, he made everything beautiful in its time. This reminds us that there is beauty in God's timing. Doesn't always feel like that because sometimes we get sick of waiting, right? But there's beauty in God's timing. His timing is perfect. So we need to make sure that we're aware of that divine timing of God. But not only the divine timing of God, but growing through life's transitions. And that's Ecclesiastes 3 through 8. And it says, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. Each season brings unique challenges and opportunities for growth. Embracing these challenges and these changes allows us to develop character and resilience and perseverance. Identify recent change in your life. What's changing in your life? I want you to pay attention to the change. How did it impact your faith? How is it impacting your faith, your character? Consider how God is using this transition to shape you. Is God shaping you? Is he making you? Is he molding you for his purpose? In Romans 5, 3 and 4, it says, not only that, but we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope. So it's important that we are aware of the divine timing of God, growing through life's transitions, but lastly, being active in our season. We need to be active in our season. That is Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. Let me read that to you. What profit remains for the worker from his toil? I have seen the painful labor and exertion and miserable business which God has given to the sons of men with which to exercise and busy themselves. It is essential to remain active and engage in our current season. God calls us to work diligently and to find joy even in labor. Labor is not easy. Labor can even be challenging. What can you do? What can we do to actively participate in our current season. We need to seek out ways to serve others, to contribute to our community, and to invest in our own personal growth. What are you doing to grow? How are you investing? Colossians 3:23 and 24 says, whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not for men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the inheritance as your reward. Whatever we do, we've got to know we're doing it for the Lord, not man. In every season of life, remember its purpose, crafted by God for our good and for His glory. By recognizing divine timing, the timing of God, growing through life's transitions, and actively engaging in our current season, we will find fulfillment in and joy in the journey. It is a journey. Let us trust in God's plan and let us and His purpose as we navigate through the seasons of our lives, knowing that He is with us every step of the way. I pray that this word has blessed you. I pray that you will take it to heart and share it with someone else, for we are blessed to be a blessing. I look forward to seeing you on the next 5 at 5. Be blessed.